Welcome to the 2021 Akron Bar Foundation Gala. In these unsettled times, the gala is now virtual. However, there is a benefit. You're able to enjoy the gala in the confines of your home. The money raised tonight from baskets, bidding, tickets, and financial donations go to support specific groups. First, we oftentimes give grants to local nonprofit organizations that work primarily with the Summit County court system. Second, we also give scholarships to students that are in financial distress. Now, tonight you will see sponsors' names that come across the virtual gala presentation. They help us out every year, and I'd like to give a heartfelt thanks. I would also like to cite some certain groups that have helped get this gala off the ground. First, I'd like to thank the past presidents, the Akron Bar Association membership, Kenneth Martin, our silent auction sponsor, Roderick Linton and Bell Fance, the Gala silver sponsor, friends of the foundation, Jack and Joanne Saul, Carmen Roberto, Al Schrader, and Doug Gottschall. Now, before you enjoy your meal, I'm going to turn the program over to our bartender to show you how to make the perfect beverage.
My name is Will Hollingsworth, and I own a bar here in Akron's beautiful West Hill neighborhood called the Spotted Owl. We're really honored to provide you with some cocktails today, and I wanted to hop on the line and tell you a little bit about them. We have two cocktails for you today. One is a Vodka Gimlet. The Gimlet traces its roots back to the British Royal Navy. In 1867, a Scot named Lachlan Rose invented the world's first fruit juice concentrate. He named it Rose's Lime Juice. A couple of years later, the British Royal Navy mandated that his fruit juice concentrate be kept on all of their ships as a more efficient way to ward off scurvy. Eventually, a gin cocktail was invented called the Gimlet. It was named after a Captain Gimlet of the Royal Navy. And then in the 30s, when it was first written down, and into the 40s, as vodka became more popular, people started putting together vodka gimlets rather than gin gimlets. Here at the Spotted Owl, we make our own lime juice cordial in-house using fresh juice, raw sugar, and fresh lime zest, rather than using Rose's lime juice, which is at this point mostly just corn syrup. I hope you really enjoy it. It's light, it's refreshing, and we're honored to give it to you. The second cocktail that we're providing today is a Manhattan Club cocktail. On the little hang tag on the cocktail bottle, you'll see it says Manhattan Club Cocktail 1882. The Manhattan Club cocktail was first written down in a book called The Improved Bartender's Guide by a guy named Harry Johnson, who is one of the most important and famous bartenders in the history of this noble profession. The first edition of that book came out in 1882. You'll see in the ingredients list that the Manhattan Club cocktail can be regarded as kind of a proto-Manhattan. It's a little bit more complicated than what we know a Manhattan to be today, and it's really well connected to the sort of truly classical Golden Age cocktails of 1860 through about 1900. This happens to be actually my favorite Manhattan recipe. It's a little gussied up. It's not as simple as you're used to it being, but I think it's incredibly well balanced, and I hope that you will enjoy it. Also on the bottle, you will see our social media tags. Please follow us, and that's going to be the best way for us to let you know when we're back up and running. When that happens, we would love to see you. In the meantime, please enjoy your celebration. Thank you again for your support, and have a great day. Cheers, guys.
I'd like to thank our bartender and the Spotted Owl for providing us beverages. One of the silver linings in the pandemic, as well as the gala this year, is that you could stay in the comforts of your home and have a cocktail. Now, without any further ado, our live entertainment. Experience the wow factor with magician Chris Anthony, and here he is.
Well, it was a pleasure for me to be here with you today, and I look forward to performing for you. My name is Chris Anthony. I'm a magician and I'm a mentalist. And I'll get into the mentalism in a little while, but I'm going to start with a little bit of magic. Now, first of all, I'd like to tell you that everything I perform right now is what I would perform for you if we were live. So if I do something with a dollar bill, it's a regular dollar, I would hand it out if we weren't on Zoom right now. But the only thing I could say is trust me, everything that I'm using right now is what it would be in person. So I'm going to start with a dollar bill. And normally when I do this, I borrow the dollar. Unfortunately, I can't do that today. So I will show it to you close so you can see it's a regular dollar bill. Now watch it closely. As you can see, my sleeves are up, my hands are empty. And make sure there's nothing funny. I'm going to leave the dollar bill in view the entire time. I'm just going to fold it once, fold it twice, fold it 3 times, and open it back up. That's it. Now, when I open the bill back up, you'll notice that it'll start to change just a little bit at first, but then a little bit more. If you look closely, you notice that the dollar actually turns inside out. And that is real. It is still legal tender. There's no tape, there's no cuts. It can be totally inspected. Take my word for it. Always a trust the magician. Now watch, now you know what to look for. I'll do it in reverse. Once, twice, 3 times, open it back up. Again, hands are empty. The bill never leaves your sight at any time. There you are.
That's good.
Thank you. Now, I'm gonna show you something with a, I will show you something with a ribbon. It's a regular ribbon. Again, if we were live, I would hand this out to you. I would let you inspect it. It is, in fact, a regular ribbon, and I have a solid ring. It's completely solid, round brass ring. There are no cuts. There are no openings. I'm going to thread the ribbon right onto the ring. And again, I'm going to keep this in view the entire time. I'm going to pull the ends about even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep your eye on it. I'll show you my hands are empty because when I perform this, people always think I use more than one ring. All right, so I'll show you the ring is on there. The hands are empty, and it's going to happen on 3. So watch closely. 1, 2, 3. There you are. Right through. Now I know that happened quick. I'm going to do this one more time. Let's get that right back on. And you can see that's through. There's no openings. There's no magnets. It's not hanging on the end. That is absolutely looped right on. The ends again are about even. And we'll do this again. Watch once, twice. Like I said, it always happens on 3. Right through. And you hear it. You hear it pop through, but that's solid. Now, once in a while, people ask me, can you do it without covering the ring? Because we want to be able to see it happen. And look, like I said, always on 3. 1, 2, 3. There you are.
Nice.
Thank you. Now I'm going to make this a little bit harder, and I'll show it to you again. That's definitely on there, right through the ribbon. I'm going to hold it in a tight fist. I'll wrap this end around there, wrap that end around there. Keep your eye on it. You know what? I won't even use the ribbon. Sometimes I think the ribbon confuses it. If I squeeze, it's gone. Now it doesn't go that far. It really doesn't. It jumps right back onto the ribbon. There you go. Thank you.
Not bad. They don't let you in jewelry stores, I mean.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. Now, when I do this type of thing, people always ask me the same thing. They say, if you could do this, if you could take a dollar, turn it inside out, make a ring, penetrate through a ribbon, couldn't you take a dollar and turn it into a 20 or maybe a 50? And obviously the answer is no, because if I could do that, let's be honest, I wouldn't be here doing card tricks for you, right?
You'd be selling GameStop.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Absolutely. But remember, I am a magician. I do perform illusions. I'm going to show you what it would probably look like if I could. I have a few singles, and I'm going to come a little closer just so I'll show you these are up close and it's all fair. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. Right? I'll show them to you backwards, forwards, both sides. And again, if you were here, I would hand these out to you so you could see them, feel them. And look, there's nothing else but 5 single bills. Now keep your eye on it because this is going to happen really fast. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Nice.
Thank you. And those are $500 bills. I would hand these out as well. They have the watermarks, they have the lines on them. It really is what it appears to be. But remember what I said originally. I mean, obviously, you can't turn dollars into hundreds, and I'll show you. Now you know what to look for, right? Watch.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I wish I could do that for you. I could just make all the money you need. We wouldn't even need a fundraiser, right? Just make all the money you need. You know, I'm going to show you one of my favorite tricks to perform. It's done with 4 aces. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to tilt the camera down a little bit. All right, you don't have to see my face for this, which might be a good thing. Just come down right on the table. Perfect. And again, I want to make sure you can see everything. I'm going to pull my sleeves up. Hands are completely empty. I'm going to remove the 4 aces from the deck. There's the ace of diamonds. We have the ace of clubs. There's the ace of hearts. And the ace of spades. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4, actually I'll put 3 cards on top of each ace. All right, so we have 3 cards on top of the ace of clubs, 3 cards on top of the ace of diamonds, 3 cards on top of the ace of hearts, 3 cards on top of the ace of spades. I'm going to put the rest of the deck out of play. So all we're using are these cards right here on the table and my 2 empty hands. I'm going to start with the ace of diamonds, right? 3 different cards and the ace of diamonds. Watch this closely. This is going to happen really fast. I'm just going to turn that over. All right, so look, we have a 7 hearts, right? We have a 6 of diamonds. We have a 3 of spades, and we have yeah, that's a 9 of spades. We'll move over to the ace of clubs next. 3 different cards, ace of clubs. Watch this closely. There's a 7 of spades, 10 of spades, 9 of diamonds, and yeah, that's a 5 of diamonds.
Okay.
Now the ace of hearts, I'm going to make easier for you, harder for me. I'm going to leave the ace face up. Come a little bit closer on this. Actually, yeah, I'll leave this face up. I'll turn these 3 cards face down. Okay, there's the ace. Watch it go in. Actually, I'll give you one more look at it so you can see it's absolutely the only card face up. It just takes a snap, and there you are. See, the one thing I didn't tell you about the aces are the aces never like to be separated. That's why they always find themselves right back together again. And there you go. And now you can see why that's my favorite trick. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you something with some ESP cards. Does anybody know about ESP cards or ever hear about ESP cards? No.
No.
They're cards with 5 different symbols. And these symbols were created in the 1930s by a psychologist to conduct experiments to see if ESP actually existed. Now the five symbols on the cards are there's a star, there's a circle, there's 3 wavy lines, there's a square, and there's a plus sign. All right, now I have 2 sets of these cards. Another star, circle, wavy line, square, and plus sign. What I'm going to do is basically I'm going to do nothing. You're going to make this happen because I'm going to test your extrasensory perception. I'm going to take the cards in the back and we'll just turn these face down, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a mix. I'll just shuffle them up really good so that you don't know where they are. And I'm going to start with this card here. And I'm going to ask Let's see, we're gonna go with Judge Tammy. What symbol do you believe is on the other side of this card?
Circle.
The circle. So I'm gonna place that right here behind the circle. All right, we'll get to it in a second. Let's see, Mary Beth, what symbol do you believe is on the back of this card?
The square.
The square, perfect. We'll put that right there. Hal, what symbol do you believe is on the back of this card?
Let's say plus sign.
The plus sign, perfect. We'll go back to Judge Tammy. On the back of this card,
Do the star.
star, perfect. And by default, we have the three wavy lines. But you know what? Just to make sure this is totally fair, Mary Beth, I'm going to give you the opportunity to switch any of the cards. You could leave everything the same, or you could say, you know, switch a circle and the plus sign, or whatever you wanted to do.
Could you switch the star and the wavy lines?
Star and the wavy lines, perfect. And you know what? It's a good thing you made that switch. Because remember, you guys made all the decisions, right? You decided where everything went, and Mary Beth, you made a last switch at the end. The card that you chose to stay under the square, under the star, is the star. The card behind the circle, you said was the circle. Three wavy lines.
All right.
You had me switch this one, and that's the square and the plus sign, and there you are.
You guys are working together here.
Give yourselves a big hand. Obviously, very strong extrasensory perception. I'm just going to move the camera up a little bit again. All right, so I'm back, so you can see my face again. I don't know if that's a good thing, but you know. Now I'm going to tell you something about this. Like I said, not only am I a magician, but I'm also a mentalist. And people always ask me, what actually is a mentalist? And a mentalist is someone who performs magic of the mind. And what I do is I use a lot of the same skills that we all possess. I use a combination of psychology, physiology, suggestion, persuasion, intuition, observational skills, nonverbal communication. And I use those skills in order to read, predict, and influence people's thoughts. It's a mix of scientific principles and psychological technique. And I like to start with a demonstration to give you an idea of what it is I'm referring to. A demonstration of the manipulation of the mind. Because in order for me to succeed here, I have to manipulate your mind to some extent, hopefully without you knowing it, which makes it a little harder when I tell you about it ahead of time, right? But let's give it a shot. Everybody hold out your dominant hand. So if you're left-handed, your left hand, you're right-handed, your right hand. Perfect. Touch your index finger to your thumb in the old OK sign, right? Perfect. Bring that right up to your chin and hold it right there. Don't move it. All right, good, perfect. Just so you know, your chin is down here, see? See, just a small verbal miscue and you're off in the wrong direction. Simple as that. Thank you. I know. I cheated a little bit there. But that's what I do. But let's make it a little bit more difficult for me this time. I want you to hold out both hands, hands straight out, thumbs up. Perfect. Turn your thumbs down. Put your dominant hand over your other hand and lock your fingers together nice and tight and lock out your elbows. Mary Beth, lock out those elbows nice and tight. Good. Perfect. Thank you. Now, watch me closely, because if you did not allow me to manipulate your mind, you should all be able to do this. Watch. Go ahead. No. All right, good, good. That one just lets me know how hard I'm going to have to work. Perfect. And we're going to try one more thing. I'm going to try a demonstration in thought transference, which means I'm going to send you a thought. And I'll give you a hint. I'm going to send you a number between 1 and 50. And, you know, we'll make it a 2-digit number, so it's a little more interesting. And I will tell you, though, it's going to be an odd number where both digits are also going to be odd, but they won't be the same number. So 11 wouldn't work, but 13 or 15 would. Make sense? Good. Look at me. When I snap my fingers, lock on to the first number that pops into your mind. Perfect. Let's see if this works. I was trying to send you the number 37. Did anybody pick up on that? Tammy, you got that? 37. Awesome. Awesome. Judge, would you say you have a good imagination?
Oh, yes.
Good, good, good. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do right now is all going to happen in your imagination. Okay? I'm going to have nothing to do with it. It's all going to happen in your imagination. So basically, what I'm trying to say is if it doesn't work, it's all your fault. Good,
What-
good, good, perfect. Now, what I want you to do is first, I want you to imagine that I have 4 very large cards right here. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, I do in fact have 4 very large cards here. But again, it really doesn't matter because, like I said, everything's going to happen in your imagination. Now, it's going to get a little tricky. And from this point on, I'm never going to go near the cards. I'm not going to touch them. It's all going to be in your imagination. I want you to imagine that they're the 4 queens. The Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Diamonds. Now, in my imagination, I'm going to remove 2 of these cards. See me removing those cards in your mind's eye. I'm going to tell you that these cards are both the same color. I want you to look closely at them and Judge, tell us which cards did I remove? Are they the red queens or the black queens? Which ones do you see in your mind?
The red queen.
The red queens. All right, so the red queens, that would be the hearts and diamonds. I'm going to leave one out, the one that you choose, and I'm going to put the other one back. No double talk, nothing funny. Would you like us to use the Queen of Hearts or the Queen of Diamonds?
The Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. So I'm going to put the Queen of Diamonds back. Good. And I'll keep the Queen of Hearts out. Now, before we go any further, in the interest of fairness, are you happy with the Queen of Hearts or would you like to change your mind?
I'm happy with the Queen of Hearts.
Perfect. I'm going to leave the Queen of Hearts facing you. I'm going to put it right back into the pack of 4. That's it. Is that fair?
Okay. Yeah.
Good, good. You're not committed, are you? She's like, okay, I don't know anything's fair with you, but I never went near the cards. We got to admit that everything happened in your imagination. I even gave you the option to change your mind. If your imagination could somehow become reality and we could manifest that into being, there would be one card in this pack of 4 facing you, the one that you chose. What card was that?
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Look. That was awesome, Judge. I don't know how you did it, but that was awesome. And I'll be honest, I was so sure that you were going to choose the Queen of Hearts and not change your mind, even though I gave you the opportunity. I was so sure that the Queen of Hearts is the only one out of the 4 that has a totally different color back. Now, let me ask you, because this is important. When I did give you the opportunity to change your mind and to choose either the diamonds, clubs, or the spades, did you believe you could have?
Yes.
You did. That's weird because in reality, you couldn't. I know that sounds crazy, but I'll show you what I mean. You had to choose the Queen of Hearts. You had to stay with the Queen of Hearts. You couldn't change your mind because in reality, there were never any other choices. I don't know how you did that, but you deserve a big hand for that one. Now, Mary Beth, I'm going to tell you something about a deck of cards that
Okay.
you might not know. And this is for everybody. Does anybody know what a deck of cards is based on? No, neither did I. And the funny thing is, I've been dealing with cards for well over 20 years, and I was recently doing some research on the history of playing cards and found out that a deck of cards is actually based on a calendar. And if you think about it, it makes perfect sense because there's 52 cards in a deck representing 52 weeks in a year. There's also 12 picture cards in a deck representing the 12 months in a year. There's 4 suits in the deck, hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds, representing the 4 seasons in a year, summer, spring, winter, and fall. There's 13 cards in each suit. There's 13 lunar cycles in a year. And this is the best part. I actually had to do this to make sure. If you add up every card by its face value, with Jack being 11, Queen being 12, and King being 13, it adds up to 364. You throw in the Joker, you have the exact amount of days in a year. Now, second Joker was added years later for leap year, believe it or not. And when I found out about this, I had to try something with this. So I took 7 decks of cards, which would add up to that number. And I shuffled them until I had one huge deck of cards. And I bought a pocket calendar. I turned to the first date, January 1st. I turned over the first card. I wrote the name of that card on January 1st. I turned over the second card. I wrote that on January 2nd. And I continued to do that until I filled the entire calendar. I want to try something with that now. I'm never sure who this is for until I actually get to an event. And sometimes if I'm not sure, I won't perform it. But I know I called on you, Mary Beth, because I think this is for you. And what I want you to do is I want you to give me a date that means something special to you. So it could be, let's say, somebody's birthday or an anniversary, as long as it has some kind of meaning. What date would you like to use?
December 22nd.
December 22nd. And what's the significance of December 22nd?
It's my older sister's birthday and my grandpa's birthday.
Oh, perfect. They were both born on the same day. That's awesome. Now, there's no way I could know that, right? And we didn't speak beforehand or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay, inside my my little calendar, what I did is, and again, if we're doing this live, I would invite you on stage. I would hand this to you, and you would go through and you would do everything yourself from this point. But obviously, you're not here, so I'm going to have to go through this for you. But I'll keep this in view the entire time. And again, the entire calendar is here every month. And you said the December, right?
Mhm.
December 22nd, was it?
Yes.
Okay, December 20th, perfect. I'm going to bring that a little close so you can see that. Can you see that there?
Yes.
Perfect. There's a card that lands on your sister and your grandfather's birthday, correct?
Uh-huh.
What card is that?
6 of clubs.
The 6 of clubs. Let's say either of them were born the day before. What would that be?
The King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. Or the day after, that would be
The 3 of Hearts.
3 of Hearts. And you can see they're all different. I think there's the 10 of Spades up there. But on their birthday, what was it?
The 6 of clubs.
The 6 of clubs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all the way to the back of the calendar. And you'll notice that underneath the back flap, there's an envelope. One envelope, and there's nothing else in there. Inside this envelope is one card. And again, there's no way I could have known their birthdays. And even if I did, you could have said your birthday, parents' anniversary, any date. But there was one card that landed on your sister and grandfather's birthday. What card was that?
6 of clubs.
The 6 of clubs.
Oh. That's why
That was awesome. Give Mary Beth a big hand. That was awesome. I don't know how you did that, but you have a very strong mind. You know, I have a deck of cards, and I'm thinking, Judge, I'm gonna go through the cards, and I want you to just look at a card, get a card in mind, and then I'm gonna have you tell us all the card. And the only reason I'm showing you the cards is a lot of times when you ask someone to just think of a card, which sounds like it might be more fair, but a lot of people think of the same card. So the majority of people, when asked to name a card, name the Ace of Spades. Once that's canceled out, I would say the next card that's most popular is the Queen of Hearts. And that doesn't mean you couldn't think of one of those, but I just want this to be totally fair. So I'm going to go through the cards. And if you see a card that you want to use, just think of that card. Do you have a card in mind?
Yep.
Perfect. What card would you like to use?
7 of clubs.
Perfect. And I'm also, let's see if we get another card. Hal, I'm going to go through the cards, Hal, and I want you to say stop anytime.
Stop.
I've just missed.
Oh.
I went to the bottom. I'll try it again.
Okay, so stop.
Right there. Okay, good. Here, I'm going to turn over that card so we could see it. Okay. You see it?
Yep.
4 of clubs. All right, good. So we have, I'm sorry, Judge, what card did you choose again?
7 of clubs.
So we have the 7 of clubs and we have the 4 of clubs. Okay, I'll get rid of these. And again, you see the cards. It's a regular deck. Anyway, I'm just going to put these down, and you notice that I just put a wine glass on the table with a deck of cards in it. And this is, it's a red deck. Obviously, it's not the same deck. It's a regular deck. There's nothing special about it. It's not a trick deck. But there is something that I did to this deck that is a little special. And I'll show that to you in a second. But first of all, I'm going to take the cards out. I'm going to go through the cards so that you could see it's a regular deck. Every card is in fact different. And I'm going to take the two cards out that you chose. So the judge chose the 7 of clubs. Perfect. I'm just going to put that on the table. Let me move this back a little bit so you can see it. Good. And Hal, we had the 4 of clubs, right?
That's right.
Oh, there you go. 4 of clubs. And I'll put that there as well. Keep it in view the entire time. Now I'm going to show you what's special about this deck of cards. What's special about this deck is the fact that I've given every card in this deck a name. See, if you look closely, you'll notice that the name of that card is Jordan, right? And the name of that card is Lewis. The name of that card is Christina, and we have David and Alex. We have Josh, Steve, Samantha, Jada, on and on. Every card a different name. No name is repeated. You could have chose any card, Judge. How you could have stopped me anywhere you wanted. Orlando, Lisa, Joseph. We took the 2 cards that matched your choices out. They're in full view. We have Lindsay, Jennifer, John, on and on, Susan, Robert, Maria. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. Judge, 7 of clubs. The name on the back of the 7 of clubs. How? 4 of clubs.
Okay.
And just if you were thinking anything, these are real cards, real marker that's on there. I normally would hand these out and you would keep them. And it is what it is. There you are. Okay, what we're going to do right now, I'm going to take a small break from the mentalism, and I'm going to do a little magic. Well, it's actually a game, kind of. And I'll show you what I mean. You might have heard this before. Have you ever heard of 3-card Monte?
Yes.
Yes, good. Because if you know anything about 3-card Monte, it's not a game at all. It's actually a hustle. It's a flim-flam. It's a scam. And if you ever see this being played, I would run away quick. Because in reality, you can't win. You can't win unless you play today. All right, because today you're playing with the Akron Bar Foundation. And when you play with the Akron Bar Foundation, you cannot lose. And I'll show you how that works. But before we get there, I'm going to show you the rules of the game. The game is played with 3 cards. Right? There's 2 black 10s. Those are the losing cards. And the queen is the winning card. All right? It's called Find the Lady, or they call it the money card. And what happens is the cards are turned face down. They usually mix them up on a table, and then you have to find the queen. Well, again, we make it so easy for you to win today. That's all the mixing that we're going to do. See, that's it. So, Mary Beth, let me ask you, if you were choosing and you were looking for the queen, where would you say the queen is?
The middle.
In the middle. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be honest with you. Even if you try to pick one of these, we wouldn't let you, okay? Because these are losing cards. And again, at Akron Bar Foundation, we would never allow you to lose, right? Because when you choose an organization that strives to improve the quality of justice and image of lawyers through the support of law-related and public service programs primarily directed to the Akron metropolitan area, well, what I'm trying to say is when you make the right choice, like you just did, Mary Beth, and you choose the Akron Bar Foundation, so you win every time.
Aw.
And today, that is the winning card.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Hal, I have a deck of cards here.
I thought you were going out with a bang on that.
No,
Okay, got it.
that is good, but I have a couple of things, or what I'm gonna do after this, I believe is even better.
Okay.
But anyway, what I'm gonna do right now, and Hal, we didn't set anything up, right?
No,
No,
Absolutely.
but I have a prediction for you in this deck.
okay.
I have a prediction. I'm gonna move that back. I'm just gonna put this right here. Actually, you know what, just so we can see a little better, right back in the wine glass, okay? Now, Hal, I want you to name a card, any card out of a deck. I remember what I said before, majority of people name the Ace of Spades. Doesn't mean you can't, you definitely can. I just want you to, when you think back upon this later, I don't want you to think, that was simple. Everybody picks that card. So if you have a favorite card, use that card. If not, think of a good card. When you have it in mind, let us all know.
I have one in mind.
Perfect. What card are you thinking of?
9 of spades.
The 9 of spades. Now, I'm going to tell you, my prediction is not the 9 of spades. My prediction is the 4 aces. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. First of all, I'm going to take these out, and I'm just going to go through. What I did is I turned the 4 aces face up, and I'll let you see them. And you said the 9 of spades?
That's what I said.
9 of spades. And we'll take the 4 aces out. Look, there's the first ace, right?
Right?
I'll do this slow so you can see there's no funny move. Oh, there's the second ace. Okay. Oh, there's the third ace. Oh, there's the fourth ace. All right. And I'll take these out. Nice and slow, nice and fair. I'm just going to stick them in the glass. And I'll show you the deck again so you can see. It's the only face-up cards in the entire deck. All right, so we have the 4 aces. Now I'm going to tell you something about these aces. First of all, these aces aren't from that blue deck. They're not. These aces are actually from a red back deck. And I'll show that to you in a second. But I'm also going to tell you that these aces are marked. You've heard of marked cards, right? Gamblers use marked cards. And the markings are usually very subtle on the back. If you don't know what to look for, you'll never see them. Well, once you know what to look for, it's almost impossible to not see. For instance, my markings are not that subtle. Hal, one more time. What was the card you chose?
9 of spades.
The 9 of spades? Let me show you my markings. And there you are.
Okay. Well,
I don't know how you did it, Hal. You have a good mind.
that is incredible. Good.
Now I have one last thing for you. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to need 4 pieces of information. Let me just grab something to write on fast. Perfect. And I'm going to start with Mary Beth. What I want you to do is, I know we've done a few different cards. I don't think I've asked you to name a playing card. So for this one, I'm going to ask you to name a playing card. What card would you like to use?
The King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. I'm going to write down everybody's answers just to keep me fair, or as fair as I'm going to be anyway. Does anybody here have a pet at home? You have a pet at home? Perfect. What kind of a pet? Is it a dog?
Yes.
It's a dog. And what's your dog's name?
Duke.
Duke. That's an awesome name. I like that name. Duke. Perfect. And the next thing I need is Hal, when you were a little kid, did you have a best friend?
Uh,
One that jumps out in your mind?
yes, I did.
Perfect. What was your best friend's name?
Mark.
Mark. And the last thing we're going to do is, you ever see like the pick four, the lotto, the lady comes on the news and she's spinning the balls around and the one ball pops up and she turns it around and you see the number on that first ball? Judge, what number is on the first ball?
8.
8. Second ball pops up. Hal, what number's on the second ball?
13.
It's between 1 and 9.
Oh, 1 and 9. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm throwing a monkey wrench. We'll say 9.
9. Perfect. So we have 8. We have 9. The third ball pops up. Mary Beth, what number's on the third ball?
4.
4. 8, 9, 4. Last ball pops up. Judge Tammy, what number's on the last ball?
1.
1. So we have 8, 9, 4, 1. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, if you notice, before we did anything today, before I even started performing, when I first came on, you could see the background. There's a big envelope behind me with a question mark on it. That's been there the entire time. I've never gone near it. Now, again, if I was performing this for you live, I would invite somebody up on stage. They would grab that, they would open it, they would do everything from this point on. But obviously you're there and I'm here, so I'm gonna have to do that. I wrote down everybody's answers just to keep us all fair. We have the King of Hearts, Duke, Mark, and 8, 9, 4, 1. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take this down. Again, keep it in view the entire time. I'm gonna open it up. It's Velcroed in the back. And inside here is an envelope. And on this envelope, it says predictions. And there's nothing else in there, as you can see. Now this envelope is completely sealed. First it's glued, then it's clasped, then it's taped, just for my protection. So yeah, I have an opener. Perfect. And inside this envelope, can you see that? It's another envelope. And this envelope is also sealed. It's glued, it's clasped, and it's taped. And in here, well, we have 20 more envelopes.
No.
No, I have something I would normally hand out to have somebody read. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prop up the envelope right behind me so it doesn't go out of view. Right there. I'm just going to read this quick. All right, and I'll show you. It has some writing on there. I normally hand this out to somebody and they read it for me. It says, today at 12 noon, I made 4 predictions. I sealed these predictions between 2 pieces of cardboard with a ring of staples. I enclosed this sealed package in 3 envelopes to be opened this afternoon, signed Chris Anthony. All right. And again, from this moment on, I don't touch anything. The spectator usually does all of this. But I'm going to show you the hands are empty. All right. The last envelope. Inside this envelope is, right, and it's empty, 2 pieces of cardboard sealed with a ring of staples. I'll show it to you close. It's stapled all the way around. All right, I'm going to open this up. Inside is an index card. I'm going to take that out. All right, as cleanly as I can. Nothing else in there. There's writing on it. Okay, I'm just going to grab this envelope down here because I want to do this one line at a time. The first thing we did is I asked Mary Beth to think of a playing card, and you said?
I think King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. Let's look at that top line.
Oh.
Opposing card will be the King of
King of
Hearts.
Hearts.
Then I asked you the name of your dog, and you said,
Duke.
Duke. Look at the next line. The pet's name will be Duke. Hal, your childhood best friend.
Mark.
Mark. The next line, the friend's name will be Mark. And we used all three of you to create a 4-digit number. And that 4-digit number was 8941. The last line, the 4-digit number will be 8941. And there you go. You guys are amazing. You have a strong mind.
you.
I don't know how you all did it. I just know that it was an absolute pleasure meeting you all and performing for you today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. You're very welcome. Okay, perfect. For what I'm going to do now, I have Bernie here to help me out. And I asked Bernie to think of a number for me. And Bernie, are you doing that? Are you thinking of that number now?
I'm thinking of the number now.
Good, good. Now, did you tell this number to anybody, Bernie?
No,
No. Did you tell it to me?
no.
No. So the only person in the world now that knows that number is you. Is that correct?
I've been socially distanced the whole time. No one even.
It's perfect, perfect. This should work great then. Bernie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read your mind, and I'm going to try to pull that number right out of your mind. All right. Now, this is a little bit more difficult because we're doing this over Zoom, but I'm going to give it a shot.
The scary
Bernie, I want
place
you
to
to-
be. My
Was that-
mind's a scary place to be. So
Yeah, you know, sometimes you never know what I come back out with, but I'm going to try to keep it to the numbers. If I find anything else in there, just keep that between us.
sounds good.
All right, perfect. Bernie, look at me, and I want you to see that number in your mind. All right, good, good. Good, good, good. This is working. All right, good. Keep sending. All right. Good, good, good. One more time. All right. And Bernie, there you are.
It's not even close.
Not even close. You're kidding. You know, I know, Bernie, I know what it is. Sometimes when I write these numbers, I crush them together and it kind of looks like it's one number. So I understand. Plus, I'm left-handed, a little sloppy. I'll fix this up for you. You'll understand immediately. You'll get it, you'll see it, and there you go. Bernie, do you see your number now?
I think I do.
You do. Perfect. Which one is your number?
It's a column.
What number were you thinking of?
37.
37. I'm
Yeah.
going to write that right here down at the bottom so we can see it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Bernie, a lot of times when I do this, see, people think that when you read minds, you get everything at one time. You don't. You don't. You get it in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And I think you're seeing that because, Bernie, if you look, I'll explain it. If you look at the top line and we add that together, you have 11 and 14, which is 25, plus 5 is 30, and the 7 is 37, your number.
Yeah.
And is that the column you're seeing? But Bernie, even if you went down a column, look at the next line. 4 and 8 is 12, and 10 is 22. 22 and 15 is also 37, your number.
Yeah.
Look at the next line. 9 and 7 is 16, and 12, and 9 is also 37, your
Yeah.
number. Let's look at the next line. We have 13 and 8, which is 21, and 10 is 31, 31 and 6 is also 37, your number.
Yeah.
And there you go. Thank you, Bernie. You have a good mind.
All right. That's pretty
Now,
good.
look, Bernie, I could have stopped there. But you know what? This isn't any event, all right? I wanted to go a little bit further. So what I did is if you look vertically, look, 11 and 4, right, is 15.
15.
And 9 is 24. 24, and 13 is also 37, your
37.
number. Look at the next line, 14 and 8, that's 22, and 7 is 29, and 8 is also 37, your number. 5 and 10 is 15, and 12 is 27, 27 and 10 is also 37, your number. The last line, 7 and 15, that's 22, and 9, that's 31, 31 and 6 is also your number. There you are.
That's wonderful. How do you
Thank you.
do that?
Very carefully, very carefully. And you know what? I could even stop there, but no. Again, I said this is this very special event. This is Akron Bar Foundation's annual gala. So I wanted to go even further. So if you look, Bernie, let's go diagonally. Look, 11 and 8, right? That's 19, and 12 is 31, and 6 is also 37, your number. 7 and 10 is 17, and 7 and 13 is also 37, your number. Bernie, if you look at the 4 boxes in the middle, we have 10 and 12 is 22, and 7, that's 29, and 8 is also 37, your number. Look at the top 4 top hand boxes on the left, you're on 37. The top right hand boxes, 37.
7.
The bottom left hand 4 boxes, 37. The bottom right hand 4 corner boxes, 37. And Bernie, just for good measure, let's add up the outside 4 corners. Look, we have 11 and 13 is 24, 24 and 6 is 30, and 7 is 37, 37, your number. There you go. Thank you, Bernie. You have a brilliant mind.
Yes, I do.
Woo! I don't know how you did that.
Wow.
And now, Bernie, I'm going to try something else. I have one other thing I wanted to show you. I asked you to think of a person, correct?
Yes,
And I asked you to think of a celebrity. Is that correct?
yes.
Good. And now, Bernie, I didn't give you any guidance here. I didn't say make it a male. I didn't say make it a female. I didn't make it say someone that's in the movies now. I just said a celebrity. Is that fair?
That's fair.
And you could have thought of anybody in the world, pretty much.
Yes.
Good. And again, you didn't tell me or you didn't tell anybody this person you're thinking of, did you?
I did not.
You did not. For the first time, Bernie, who's the celebrity that you're thinking of?
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because Bernie, behind me, right here, I have an envelope. That envelope says prediction. I have a prediction in here. I have a picture of the person that I thought you were going to name. There's only one picture in here, Bernie, and if you look closely, there you go. Bernie, that's Jimmy Stewart at a couple months of age.
And how are we supposed to know that?
Well, don't you trust me?
Sure.
Well, you know what? I figured you might not. I figured you might not. So I have a better picture on the other side for you. How's that?
There he is.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's wonderful.
Thank you, Bernie. You did an awesome job. Thank you very much for helping us out today. And I just so appreciate being part of your event. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Well, again, my name is Chris Anthony, and I just wanted to thank you all for coming to the gala tonight and for allowing me to perform for you. I hope you had as much fun as I have, and I wanted to thank you again. Good night.
Now, I'd like to introduce you to the Akron Bar Foundation President, Judge Tammy O'Brien.
Good evening. I am Tammy O'Brien, and I am honored to be the president of the Akron Bar Foundation this year. On behalf of the entire board of the foundation, welcome everyone to our first and hopefully our only virtual gala. Thank you to the board and especially to Bill Price and his committee, and to Ikel Kelly, Alan Nickel, and the bar staff for all of their hard work in organizing this event. As you can imagine, the change from an in-person event to a virtual event did not come without challenges, but Bill, his committee, and bar staff have reconfigured our usual festivities, and we hope that you are all enjoying yourselves tonight. As you know, the Akron Bar Foundation is the charitable arm of the Akron Bar Association. Because of our fellows and our supporters and our fundraising events, including this gala tonight, the foundation was able to distribute more than $184,000 to our community in the year 2020. This included $103,000 in grants to nonprofits that fund law-related programs that serve Summit County. It also included almost $50,000 in law school scholarships that were given to students after considering the applicant's grade point average, affiliation with Summit County, community involvement, and financial need. You will hear more about those scholarship recipients as part of our program tonight. An additional $30,000 was made possible by the Buck Geringer Foundation to support education and attorney professionalism. And also about $5,000 was contributed to aid law school students who are serving the community in law-related agencies in unpaid summer internships. So as we strive to continue this work and broaden our support of these kinds of activities, we thank all of you for your contribution to these efforts, and we hope that you have a wonderful evening tonight. Thank you.
Now, the Akron Bar Association President, Hal Dissasher.
Okay, thanks, Bill. Thank you, members of the Bar Association. The gala has obviously been something that the Bar Foundation has done for a number of years, but this is obviously a new enterprise going into this year, and we have a lot of people to thank for that. That includes the gala committee, Bill Price, as well as the members of the Bar Association staff, Eichel and Thomas, and others at the Bar Association have really worked hard to put this event together, and it's a unique event, and obviously something that is a learn as we go experience, but it's been a lot of fun and it will continue to be tonight. Thank you. None of this, of course, would happen if we didn't have sponsors for tonight's event, and I'd like to take this special opportunity to thank those sponsors who have stepped forward from the legal community to really put this event out there for us. So in particular, we have two Diamond sponsors. That would be Brennan, Manna, and Diamond, as well as Browse McDowell. Well, thank you very much for your support. Our gold sponsors for today is for tonight's event is Buckingham, Doolittle, and Burroughs, PNC Financial Services from the Akron branch, Retzel and Andrus, Voice, Sater, Seymour, and Pease from their Akron branch. And we have two advertisement sponsors, which are Krugliak, Wilkins, Griffith, and Doherty, as well as Scanlon and Elliott. Thank those sponsors for tonight's events. Thank them for stepping up to provide funding for this event. And thank the Akron Bar Association staff and the foundation board for their work in putting this gala together. And this is really, truly a special night. And with that, I'll turn this back to Bill. Thank you, Bill, for your continued work.
In 2020, the Akron Bar Foundation gave the scholarships to the following students. Catherine Carcosa, she's from Case Western Reserve University Law School. Alexa Jesser, she's from the University of Cincinnati School of Law. And the following scholarships were given to Akron University Law School students. Andrew Burton, Jacob Davis, Morgan Foster, Valerie Smith, David Robinson, Rebecca Cooper, Elizabeth Havesto, Holly Spahn, Olivia Mullen, Matthew Brown, and lastly, Raylyn Trice. Now, you will hear some messages from the scholarship recipients.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Havesto, and I am a current 2L at the University of Akron School of Law. I just want to say thank you so much to the Akron Law community and the Akron Bar Foundation for giving me this scholarship for this academic year. My goal coming to law school was to graduate not only and become a practicing attorney, but to be one that is debt-free. This scholarship, amidst all of the complications this year, has helped me stay on track to complete that goal. And I am unspeakably grateful for that. The only way I figure I can demonstrate how grateful I am is to become a member of the Akron law community, practicing law myself, and I hope to enter that very soon. Thanks again.
Hi, my name is Raylan Trice. I go to the University of Akron School of Law. I just want to say thank you for this scholarship. It really means the world to me. It takes my focus off of how I am paying for law school and puts it on to my actual academics and making sure that I thrive for my legal career and beyond. So thank you.
My name is Jacob Davis, and I am a second-year student at the University of Akron School of Law. I was honored to receive a scholarship from the Akron Bar Foundation. In a time where peace of mind has been hard to come by, the Foundation's generous gift provided me just that. Thank you for your devotion to area law students and continuing to provide meaningful resources during these uncertain times. I look forward to providing these same blessings as a member of the Akron Bar in just a few more semesters. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Catherine Rose Karkuska, and I am a second-year law student at Case Western Reserve University School of Law. A scholarship from the Akron Bar Foundation has lightened the financial burden of a legal education and enabled me to continue my studies at an elite institution. I hope to use my legal training to the benefit of the greater Cleveland and Akron communities and look forward to practicing law alongside all of you. Thank you for investing in my future as well as the future of the legal profession.
Hi, my name is Matthew Brown. I attend the University of Akron School of Law. I want to thank everyone for contributing to the Akron Bar Foundation Scholarship. I'm attending law school with my wife and 2 daughters, and trying to support them while attending law school is stressful financially. And the Akron Bar Foundation Scholarship has helped alleviate some of that stress and allowed me to focus on my studies while also supporting my family. I want to thank you for your contributions and for your generosity.
Hi, my name is Olivia Mull. I currently attend the University of Akron School of Law. I just wanted to say thank you to all of the donors who have donated to the Akron Bar Foundation. I've received a scholarship this past year for my law degree, and it's given me the freedom to quit my part-time job and take an unpaid externship at the Department of Justice for this semester. And I'll be working in the environmental enforcement sector of the Natural Resources Division. So I'm very excited. I'm very thankful. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Valerie Smith. I'm a 1L at the University of Akron Law School. I want to thank the Akron Bar Foundation for the generous scholarship awarded to me. For me, the scholarship is a reminder of just how far I've come in a very short time. I come to law school as a non-traditional student, a mother of 4, changing the trajectory of my life halfway through, or almost halfway through, with a prior life lived before school full of experiences that I hope will guide me in my pursuit to becoming a good attorney. It is with determination and endless ambition that this scholarship will provide more than means, but continued drive to keep pushing forward to create a better life for myself, for my family, and to achieve my dream of becoming a lawyer. Thank you.
Hello and thank you. My name is David Robinson and I am a 2L at the University of Akron School of Law. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. First, I would like to begin by thanking the Akron Bar Foundation for awarding me with this scholarship. In trying times like these, whether it be law school, a pandemic, or both at the same time, it is nice to know that there are people supporting you. To me, that is what this scholarship is all about. It means that members of the community chose to invest in me with their support and encouragement. I am honored by their choice. I look forward to the day I can pay back their support and even to the day that I can pay it forward to other members of the community. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Cooper and I go to the University of Akron School of Law. I'll graduate this spring and will begin working as a tax attorney following the July bar exam. I want to sincerely thank everybody who has contributed to the Akron Bar Foundation and its scholarship in some way, be it a gift of financial support, of your time, or of your talents. This award has provided me peace of mind, knowing that I'm covered financially and can instead focus on becoming the best attorney that I can be. Thank you all so much for your generosity.
Hi, my name is Andrew Burton, and I'm a third-year law student at the University of Akron School of Law. And I've been fortunate enough to have received the Akron Bar Foundation Scholarship throughout each of my 3 years in law school. I think it's kind of difficult to put into words just how grateful I am to this foundation and the support that it's given me throughout my entire legal education. You know, not only has the scholarship allowed me to be the first in my family to go to college and the first in my family to go to law school, but more than that, this scholarship has opened up so many doors that have given me self-confidence and have made me a better advocate within the law. You know, growing up, I always knew that I wanted to be a lawyer, but I was never really confident in my voice. At a pretty early age, I struggled with a stutter, and I had a debilitating fear that whenever I spoke in front of people, that they might think I'm stupid or something. But thankfully, with the financial support that the bar gave me, I was able to go spend a summer in Wyoming at the Trial Lawyers College, where I learned valuable trial skills and gained confidence in who I am and how I speak. So today, with the help of those experiences and some amazing mentors along the way, I've been fortunate enough to be on some of Akron's top trial teams and competing against some of the top teams in the nation. And I have the Akron Bar Foundation to thank for that. So thank you very, very much.
Evening, everyone. Hopefully you've all enjoyed your dinner as well as your drinks. I'd like to thank the Akron Bar support staff, everybody that came out and helped distribute menus. Couple items I'd like to run through. First of all of you received the Safety and Protection Pledge. If you flip it, you will see the gratitude and thank you that we provided to those that donated, as well as our basket donations as well. In addition to this, the Akron Bar Foundation Gala and silent auction donations, we had a few that gave cash. I'd like to notify them right now. Otto Bailey, Doug Gottschall, Michael Karst, Nancy Mushi, Christopher Niekamp, CJ Peters, Edward Pulikins, Larry Scanlon, Al Schrader, Jennifer J. Van Dulman Krantz. All of you, thank you. As you realize, the silent auction is still going on. So with the auction still going on, there's still time to bid. Please make sure that you're bidding. Bid, 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 bid. That's what we need. That's what we're here for today. We're trying to raise funds. Now, once tonight is over and everything is done, you will be able to come in and pick up your baskets. Those auction items will be available on Monday, February 8th, between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Please, please, please come here to the bar to pick up your baskets. We cannot deliver them. In addition, the bar, due to the COVID restrictions, we have limited manpower items that are here. Should you have questions, by all means, you can call the bar at 330-253-5007. Now, last but not least, a couple baskets that haven't been bid on just yet. So, Thomas. So this is number 113. This is a Kid Chef Junior Bakes and baking on her own. It is geared towards children. By all means, please, please take a look at this. If you have young children, grandchildren that have an interest in baking, cooking, any of the above, this would be a great gift for them. In addition, a Baker Buddy package that goes with this. Again, the item number is 113. Now, last but not least, this number is 128. Okay, 128, your industrial size cleaner. So everything you can need, spray bottles, cloth, cleaners, gloves, obviously, soap dispenser, hand sanitizer, everything that you could possibly want. Again, perfect for those who need cleaning supplies, whether you have rental property, even for your law office, this would be something perfect. Please, again, bid 128. Last but not least, I'd like to say personal thank you to Judge O'Brien, who helped us today hand out dinners in very, very cold weather. Everyone, enjoy your evening. Any questions, by all means, you can message us through the program, text, etc. Please continue the bidding and enjoy your night.